Who are your top 5 players in the WNBA right now?
Oh my gosh, well, y'all really, that's tough. And we're talking about in their prime. Because
Sure.
Right now, just period.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go shoot the UConn special.
Can't go wrong. Huh? Y'all can get y'all whole team that play the WNBA and win some WNBA games.
Yeah, that would be lit. I'm going with Diana Taurasi, Tina Charles, Sue Bird. I'm just saying, like, I got to roll with my dogs, but and that's a fact. Like, people argue it if you want. Who else? Brianna Stewart.
That's cheating.
I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to give you the UConn special, and that's what I said. Argue it if you want to.
Are you 5?
No, I'm not in the league.
Oh.
She's an owner now, bro.
She's the owner now.
In case you forgot.
Yeah, I forgot that.
No, but I know the men always put themselves on the teams. I wouldn't even do
Yeah,
that
because I'm
anyway.
going to forever be nice.
Let's see, who we going to go with? We got a point guard, a shooting guard, and Diana. Stewie, I'll put her at the 4. TT, if she had to be. Let's go with Sylvia Fowles.
I was about to say that.
Come on.
You can't leave her out.
She's gonna go down as the greatest. She's gonna go down as the greatest. And like I said, I was gonna do a UConn special, but that's my put. And she's, I mean, if we're talking 5s, that's it.
She's a winner.
That's
too.
it.
She's a winner, bro.
She's like the most gentle giant killer. If you talk to her, you don't know what she's about to do to you. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
She goes.
WNBA is about to celebrate 25 years.
Yeah.
Tell us about the progression you like and what more you feel needs to happen.
I like that. So let me just tell you a progression. 2016, we wore the shirts. Change starts with us. We even put a police shirt on there. That's crazy because we wanted people to understand we got fined for that. And they told us if you want to keep wearing that shirt, you're going to keep getting fined. So basically, the WNBA was not rolling in 2016. And again, this is the summer before Colin Kaepernick took a knee. So this was unheard of for people to do what we had done.
Right.
And the WNBA was just, I mean, to give them a defense, this had never been seen before. We just rocked up with shirts we made and wore it for warm-ups. And so they weren't feeling it. They were not with it. And they basically, and then other teams joined in and started to wear just black shirts. And it became like a little movement. And the WNBA was not with that movement. And so then when you fast forward to 2020, we dedicated our whole season to social justice. Breonna Taylor on the back of our jerseys, I'm saying we're moving in the right way. They're now starting to listen in a sense of like, we're going to do this regardless. Like they kind of, and I think that's the thing about the women's players. We have this like, it's going to happen. So what's your stance on it? That's going to be on you, but this is what we're going to do. And they just really like, they kind of leaned into it. I mean, for them to put Breonna Taylor on the back of all of our jerseys, that's pretty big. We did a Say Her Name campaign every week where we talked about it. You know, the national anthem, you know, there was just different things that we were allowed to do. And I say allowed to do because they could have fined us, but they leaned into it. So the year 25, it's looking good. I think that they get it. You know, the hashtag is counted, I think. Don't give me the lion, but they even, they have the legends coming back. They're owed to the people before us, and I'm big about that. Like, I feel like I'm old school in a sense of, like, the OGs are the OGs. Like, let's, like, always put them on a pedestal. So it looks like the WNBA is going to do that this year.
It's good to know we had Cheryl Swoops on, and she said that was the one of the things that bothered her so much.
Happy birthday, Cheryl.
Gosh, happy birthday.
Get on my nerves.
Happy birthday to the legend. I love her. So yeah, and that's the thing. Like we should honor our OGs way more than I think what we've done. And so even in the new promo, the advertisement, Lisa Leslie was narrating it. So you know what I mean? They're on the right way. They're in the right direction. But yeah, come on now. That's not even her. That's Coop. But hey.
Give me your thoughts on the current Hawk squad and what they need to win a game or two.
Excuse me, we were on an 8-game win streak.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Coach McMillan going to change the temperature a little bit. They won 8 straight?
Yep.
We won 8 straight, and then last night we lost to the Clippers. We were actually up by like 20. We were up by like 20 and ended up losing to the Clips. I think everybody knows we got that nucleus that we could make some noise, but we're not consistent. And so I think that's why you remember us losing. We just won 8, but everybody remembers us losing because we just haven't been consistent. But it's been fun covering them. Trae Young, I think that snub was the best thing that could have happened to us. You know, like he got snubbed this year. The only player in the top 10 scoring that didn't make All-Star. I mean, it was just wild.
The
but
record had a lot to do with it. It was just the record.
I don't think so. But if the records matter, then we should check a lot of. I mean, what is the criteria then?
Well, the only reason Randall made it because they was tied for fourth at the time.
Okay,
it was
okay.
From 4th through 8th,
that's just
ninth,
this
they was
year.
all tied.
That's this year. There's been a lot of play. Like, I never know what the criteria is for MVP, for All-Star.
It's just what they feel.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people who never played basketball who have a say so.
Hello, somebody.
Don't let me start.
Hello, somebody.
Since we're in the NBA season, favorite player to watch?
Oh,
I don't play no more, but go ahead.
Yeah, if you guys ain't playing, I ain't really watching. You know what I'm saying? But I would just go with Trey, just because I get to watch him night in, night out, and he's flashy. So it's not even like I'm just picking him because he's the Hawks. Like, he does some wild stuff in the game.
I've been in the last 20 years. He's by far besides Joe was cool, but he's the most exciting player to watch since I've been living in Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, it's just like what Steph Curry brings to the game that changed the whole game. Like, they're shooting from the logo, and that's a good shot. Like, like it's like, you don't even be like, dang, that's a terrible shot. Like, when Trey shoots it, I'm like, oh, that could have, that's all right.
Yep.
That's all right.
You have a finals prediction?
Finals prediction, man.
Or
Injuries,
just who's
though,
going,
that's the thing. Like,
tough.
It's tough because, I mean, we all would assume that the Lakers would find a way to be in the finals if they're healthy. But now, first AD and then LeBron. I don't know. I get nervous trusting teams that play well in the regular season because we've seen a 76ers. Every year we think that they're going to be – every year they look – I mean, Joel Embiid, people are talking about him for MVP. Nice. I know, but if you're talking about MVP caliber person and if you have the team – why is the postseason always such a struggle? You know, like, so for me, I'm trying to think like who are some dogs in the league.
There's a lot of regular season stars.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference. That Portland team is always interesting. I feel like when you got a player like Damian Lillard, who it don't matter who he's matched up against, like he gonna show up. I don't think they're gonna be in the finals, but I think they're gonna be somebody to watch. The West is so tough, but I don't really have a prediction. It's too crazy right now.
What does that say about Brooklyn? Their best players hurt, and people still got them going to the finals. That's how good they are.
And you know what? I gotta see it too.
Like, I gotta believe it, huh? You gotta see it to believe it.
I gotta see it because we talk about playoffs again. I mean, we've seen.
We talking about playoffs with KD and Kyrie and James, though.
Okay, yes, but we're talking about playoffs and we're talking about injuries as well.
Right.
And so a couple of those players, like that's why I said injuries aside, if we're talking everybody has their dogs, I'm going to say Brooklyn and LA in the finals. If everybody's playing and everybody's healthy, I just don't know if that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
Recently, Shaq had a comment that the hoop should be lowered.
Oh,
Candace
Lord,
didn't take too well to it.
No, I was about to say Shaq, no.
Thoughts about it?
Oh, I think that's so wild. Like, should y'all's hoops be raised? There's too many people dunking. I mean, I don't know. Is it too easy?
It don't matter to me right now. I'm slapping net. So
yeah,
right.
I'm bad at touching net too. But what I will say in y'all defense, I'll take some women on some of my NBA teams before some of the sorry motherfuckers we had on our team. A lot of them men didn't belong in the NBA. They didn't care.
Oh, my God.
Man, no way. So I would have took a lot of y'all way before some of the teammates I had.
I'm just saying, we don't need to change the game that Naismith created. That is so silly just because, and I mean, if you ask people why to change the game, it's literally one reason for dunking. It's not because women don't shoot well enough from the three. Maybe the rims it's always just dunking. And so if that's and I know that's what the NBA prides themselves on.
Now.
I know, but this is casual fans talking.
Yeah.
This is casual fans talking because they don't know that. I mean, Candace Parker was dunking at a certain point. You know what I mean? So people are only basing that on dunking. And so if you're doing that, then you're not really taking into account what the women's game is good at anyway. Right. We play actual fundamental basketball. Not saying the men don't, but we're not even allowed to travel. So think about that. We have to pivot. We have to take only 2 steps. That's different, And so I think that if you're saying the rim should be lowered, then you don't really appreciate what's already going on in the game.
Right.